Hi, and welcome back to my build series on YouTube. This is going to be a VMA build for the Stamina Nightblade. Let's get right into it. First things first, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the gear. So, right off the bat, we are running Daggers of the Vicious Ophidian. On our main hand, we're running a Nirnhoned with a poison damage enchantment. On our offhand, we're running a Sharpened Dagger of the Vicious Ophidian with a disease damage enchantment. Now, 5 pieces of VO, or Vicious Ophidian, or you could also call it Vicious Serpent. You get reduces the cost of your stamina abilities by 8% when an enemy you have recently damaged dies. You restore 2150 stamina and gain major expedition for 8 seconds, increasing your movement speed by 30%. Now, this is a very familiar set bonus because this set's been out for a very long time, but it's also identical but mirrored for the False Gods set that everyone runs for their Magicka tunes in almost every type of content on ESO right now. So, with that said, this is what we run on the front bar. And why do we run it on the front bar? Because this is where we're killing people, or monsters. We're killing things on our front bar, and we're just using our back bar for dots. So anyway, we're using the Maelstrom Bow. We're using an Absorb Stamina enchantment, but you could, if you wanted to, use the Weapon Damage enchantment. We're only using this for the extra sustain because we are an orc. But you could use this for more damage. It's really up to you. For our monster set, we're running Ballard. We usually run a heavy head. I think we were running 2 pieces of heavy with a health enchantment. One item adds weapon damage and spell damage, and the 2 items together, when you use an ultimate ability, you gain weapon and spell damage for 10 seconds equal to twice the amount of total ultimate consumed. This does not mean total ultimate cost. What this means is if you save up 500 ultimate, then you're going to get 1000 weapon damage added onto your abilities for 10 seconds. So that will take you up around 5k weapon damage, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, our body pieces, we are running Two-Fang Snake. Two-Fang Snake. We are running this set because the Stamblade already has access to a certain amount of penetration anyway. So with it spammable, so you just want to kind of complement that. And this will give you about 4,300 or so penetration. When you deal damage, your physical penetration is increased by 860 for 3 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So this is like going to be always going off no matter how much damage you're doing. So yeah, this is what we're running on our body, along with VO on the front. Ballard is your monster set. Our jewelry, we are running Robust on one. And then I had to mix and match a little bit because I don't have a belt of Two-Fang. That's fine though. But one of our pieces of jewelry is infused. So we could run, I suppose if we wanted to, we could run a different trait. I'm sure you might have some VO jewelry just laying around. But either way, that's what we're running for our sets. And so let's get into our champion points. So in our red tree, which is the only tree that matters for mitigation in terms of the Maelstrom Arena, We are running 11 into quick recovery, 56 hardy, 56 elemental, 56 thick, 19 spell shield, and 72 in ironclad. So that is primarily what we're running. Alright, now let's check out the blue tree real quick while we're at it. So we get 61 into Master at Arms, 37 into Thaumaturge, 56 Precise Strikes, we've got a whopping 60 into Piercing, and 56 into Mighty.
Now why do we have 60 into Piercing?
You might ask. Well, honestly, we need the penetration. If you really wanted to, you could run Night Mother's Gaze and Twice Fang Serpent, but you would be losing out on that that stamina recovery. So honestly, VO and Twice Fang Serpent should be just fine in VMA. Let's go for skills now. So our skills on the front bar, we've got Killer's Blade, which does a ton of execute damage. Super good. Surprise Attack. This is the one game changer here. And what this does is if you're flanking an enemy, and in a lot of cases you will be, well, in a few cases, like the Spider Boss for one, in Stage 6, you'll be able to flank that. Sometimes the Argonian Behemoth you'll be able to flank. Stage 8 boss you'll be able to flank. Trying to think of some of the other ones. Oh yeah, the Spider Boss, the mechanical one in Stage 4, definitely you'll be able to flank. Those bosses in particular you'll be able to flank, and you'll get this this portion of the bonus if you are flanking the enemy. Shred through a small portion of their armor, reducing their physical resistance by 5% for 10 seconds. Now, 5%, let's say 15,000, is 750. So, I mean, it's not the worst in the world, and it'll definitely add up, but that definitely does add to your penetration if you're using it correctly. Relentless Focus, this is your spectral bow. This also heals you, and it reduces your damage. If you keep it up, it reduces your damage taken by 3% for every light or heavy attack up to 5 times. So it reduces your damage by like 15% at maximum. So Rearming Trap, we run that on the front bar. This gives you Minor Force. Rending Slashes, you could change this if you wanted to the other morph, but this is just fine. And then Flawless Dawnbreaker on the front for the extra weapon damage. And you can use this as an AoE to kill trash too. Endless Hail, obviously for the bow, we're using the Maelstrom bow, so Endless Hail is definitely something we're doing. Razor Caltrops, you could have the other morph for this, and it
would be fine. Would be fine.
Poison Injection, this is kind of like an execute ability. It will get nerfed next patch. Leeching Strikes, this is like your sustain, another sustain ability, and it also heals you. And then Resolving Vigor on the back bar, and Incapacitating Strike. You could actually put this on the front if you wanted to, and then you could put Ballista on the back. It's all in how you want to play. So passives, take all the passives in all 3 of your class skills. Take all the passives in dual wield, all the passives in bow. Take all your passives in medium armor. Sometimes, I've heard people say that instead of Vigor you could run Evasion, but I personally just run Vigor. I take the 2 in Juggernaut. Fighters Guild, we take Slayer and Banish the Wicked. Undaunted, make sure you get all of your Undaunted passives. We are an Orc, so we take all of our class skills. Increases your max stamina, or racial passives, I mean, by 2,000 for Brawny. This increases your max health by 1,000, and when you deal damage with a weapon ability, you heal for 618. This can occur once every 4 seconds. It's not... This honestly really doesn't matter. And then Swift Warrior, increase your weapon damage by 258, reduce the cost of sprint by 12%, and increases the movement speed bonus of sprint by 10%. So you are fast as an orc. Alchemy, we always have alchemy maxed out for medicinal use. We also like to craft our own potions, so we take the rest of them too. And that's it. So that is the Stamina Nightblade. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Let's do... We do Dubious Cameron Throne is the food that we use, or the drink. I would definitely take the lever. I'm set up for trials right now, like VHOF and stuff like that, with my Mundus Stone. But yeah, we take the lever here, and what this will do is this brings us up to 3577. So that takes us up to about 15k penetration, which is actually just about right. That's about where you want to be. So you can run this build, just run lever instead of shadow, and you'll be just fine. I actually forgot I was running shadow last patch because I still had access to Major Fracture, but now you probably run lever, yeah. So anyway, that's the Mundus lever because of the amount of penetration we get. So we sit at about 15k penetration with this particular build here. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you like this video. If you did like it, leave a like and let me know why.
And also, if you made it here without being a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It certainly does help out my channel, and it gets things to be a little bit more visible and a little bit more traction. So yeah, anyway, appreciate you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.